welcome back to the show. So, I had a little bit of technical difficulties last night. Had either Mother Nature or Devil or somebody opened up the door and decided they wanted to come down just a pouring rain. Well, we had some nasty weather for about 2 hours, and I ended up losing power and internet, and it was a mess last night. So there was no way that I could record anything or post anything. So nevertheless, it is what it is, and it's another day. So we're gonna try to get right on in this, and I'm pretty sure y'all have seen the video going around about the little boy that's him and his mother are having to move out of their grandparents' house because he has autism, and the neighbors are suing them because they are claiming that this child is a nuisance and is making disgusting sounds in the backyard, and they can't enjoy their backyard. Now, for a little bit of context, this boy, he is autistic and he's nonverbal. So, with that being said, I'm gonna play this little video for y'all real quick, and we're going to get on into it from there.
Who just cares about his McDonald's.
Ezekiel, known as Zeke, suffers from what's referred to as level 3 autism, a severe form of the disorder.
My son can't speak, so he's only able to produce sounds, and it's called vocal stimming.
The family used to live in this West San Jose home with Zeke's grandparents, but Serena says she had to move her son out because her next-door neighbor complained about the noise coming from the backyard. She says it was Zeke's grunting, the only vocal sound he's able to produce. The family now only returns to the home to visit Zeke's grandparents, and now they've been hit with this lawsuit. In it, a neighbor is suing the family and the landlord, claiming the child should be considered a nuisance and should not be allowed around the home again. Zeke's mother has now countersued, saying at one point the neighbor called the grunts disgusting.
It was deep.
So, like I said, I want to say the boy was 12. I could be wrong, but y'all, this child has autism. He didn't ask for this. He didn't do this. He was born like this. Jesus blessed him with this. And yes, I'm gonna upset some folks when I said that. But regardless if you're blind, deaf, autistic, missing a limb, whatever the case may be, Jesus put that child here with that problem for a reason. And it's not even a problem. That's just what people have labeled it as a problem. And just like the people said in this lawsuit, it's a nuisance. And it's not a nuisance. That baby has been given a gift, and he's just not old enough yet to find out what his gift and what his purpose is on this planet. But there's one thing that comes to my mind whenever I think of someone. I think of people like this, and this is how the world's going. This is the direction we're going, and sometimes you just want to do this. It's sad to say that, and I know we're not supposed to want to do that to one another. We're not supposed to even think about doing that to somebody, but hey, sometimes if the shoe fits, sometimes you got to do it. But nevertheless, it blows my mind that these, as far as I know, this lady's a single mother, just trying to make ends meet. She's living with her grandparents. Now she's got to move out. And what's really makes this bad is she moved out before these people finalized this lawsuit. And they went ahead with the lawsuit anyway, after she had already moved out. And now they're trying to sue her. And I believe they've added the landlord, because I believe the grandparents are renting this house. So I believe that they are also trying to sue the landlord. And their two main reasonings in this lawsuit is that this child is a nuisance, and the sounds that he makes are gross. So here's my question. I want to meet these people. I want to sit down. I want to have a talk with them. I would love to meet them. And I would like to know what on God's green earth has made you decide to sue a single mother and a child with a disability. Who are your parents? Who raised you? Who hurt you as a child? Who hurt you as a teenager, an adolescent, young adult, an adult? There's no way that you could be sitting in this backyard and, man, I think I'm gonna sue them people because that kid won't shut up. That's not the way it works. Something else has just gotten you to the boiling point, and this poor little child has been caught in the crosshairs. Excuse me. And now this child is your victim. So that'd be my first question to these people is what led you up to singling this child out and wanting to sue this parent and call this child disgusting. That's terrible. Let me see where my notes went, because I had something that I wanted to read to y'all. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, here we go. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 16. It says, "But Jesus called them to him, saying, Let the children come to me, and do not hinder them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God." And then going on down to Mark 9:37, says, "Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me." So with that verse, with that being said, you need to understand that when you made this lawsuit against this woman and this child, you're also suing God, because God put us all here. God created us. God created that child. And God put that child on this planet with that gift. And you may not think it's a gift, but just go online, go on YouTube, and look at all the very, very talented people that are on there that are autistic or blind or deaf, and they're doing amazing things, miraculous things. I mean, singing, acting, inventing stuff, healing people. So for you to sit here and say that child is a nuisance, I hope that child don't grow up one day to be a doctor or a lawyer, and you need somebody, and you end up calling on that boy. I hope they don't end up being some kind of doctor or surgeon and end up having to work on you, because I'm gonna pray for you, because it's not gonna turn out good for you. Even when you go home to meet our Creator, it's not gonna go well for you. I don't know how can these people sleep at night? How can anybody sleep at night that does something like this? And it's not just this. It's anything that has to do with kids. Any kind of crime against kids, physical, mental, or just like this right here. This is bullying. These people should be arrested for harassing and bullying this family, because I don't live in a subdivision. I don't have a HOA, but I do have neighbors, and my neighbors have kids. And I can tell you right now, in the 40 years that I've been out here, I've never even thought about calling the police or filing a lawsuit on any of these people out here. And I know they don't live as close to me as they would in a subdivision, but just the sheer thought of finding a lawyer. Secondly, I want to meet the lawyer that's even taken this case, that has filed this lawsuit in the courts. I want to meet that attorney. Now, what was you thinking? How much money has these people paid you for you to stoop that low to actually take this case, fill out this paperwork, decide on what this child is doing that is harming these other people, and then filing this paperwork in the courts and petitioning for a lawsuit and petitioning for a judge? You got to be, you're lower on the spectrum than the people were that even came to you and asked you to do this. Like, what kind of cutthroat? You gotta be an attorney hooker or something, because you gotta be starving or just a really bad lawyer, and you're not making any money to pick up a case like this and do this. It blows my mind. I don't understand. I don't understand people. I think this ought to get thrown out, and I think this couple should be forced to go down to a school or some kind of institution that has these children with these disabilities, and not just autism, any kind of disabilities at that age and at that level. I think these people should have to go down there and put in about 400 or 500 hours of community service and be with these children day in, day out, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, and spend time with these children, take care of these children, and just see how much of a blessing and how much of a gift they really are. Hold on a minute. Hold on just a second. I gotta turn the light on. It's getting a little dark in here. It's starting to lose some sunlight. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, sun's starting to go down a little bit out there. That's a little better. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So what? I really do think that they need to go sit down somewhere and take care of some of these kids like this, and just they can see for their eyes that these are a wonderful blessing from God, and it's our job as adults and parents to steward these kids and take these kids and bring them to Jesus and teach them the gospel and teach them about Jesus, and where we came from, how we were created, not just to be in a backyard trying to communicate and be a nuisance. Man, come on, Pete, come on. We got to do better. It's just we got to do better. That's all there is to it. I don't understand. It just blows my mind. Kids are near and dear to me. I always have been. And when I see something like this, it just gets my blood boiling. It really does. It just really upsets me. So anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. And I hopefully we'll see y'all back here next week. I hope y'all like and share the video, and more than welcome to follow me on all my other platforms. I'll put a link somewhere, and I hope to see y'all again next week.